Good evening, this is Nerdist the Human, and welcome back to our Islamic Holy Roman Empire campaign. And you join us in the Iberian Peninsula, where of course the Portuguese and Spanish have started to cause us a few problems, and yeah, they're really turning up with several armies now. I just need to make sure I get the balance of my attacks right here. I've got plenty of troops over in Valencia, lots of Teutonic Knights as it happens. Those great heroes of Islam, of course, they're going to head up to Zaragoza very, very soon indeed. Did I see Silver Army on those lads? That was a really stupid idea. On the other hand, I did get to see what the troops were, which is largely what I needed him to do. So, yes, not the best troops in the world, but plenty to defend a city. So, got to be a little bit careful about that. We'll probably head straight into Lyon now, because with these guys arriving behind us, and yeah, yet more to come, probably should get in before it's too much of one go. It's not a very good army, but it's probably best that we just keep them out of the fight. Might as well send this Imam to go and do the spy's job. He's slowly converting the area, which is very good indeed. They've started sending several cardinals to the fight at this point. So yeah, probably worth. Yes, what I was setting up over here, which is there's a French cardinal in here, and if you surround them and walk onto the spot, you kill them. Yay! That's always a good little exploit of the game here. So we'll just send these guys back into the town. I think that would probably be a good idea. Some of them can't even make it to the town. You know what? They'll go back in next turn. Anyway, if that's not an exploit you know of, then you might want to cheese the game occasionally to do that. He was French, so I think that's perfectly fair. Now, of course, last time we took Rome. Rome fell without too many problems, really. The Pope on the bridge here pretty much fell to pieces. He's currently wandering somewhere around here. I'm sure my boats caught him at some point. Let's send our boats back around, actually, while we're at it. Where's my spy? Oh, he's over here now. It might be my spy. Anyway, either way, the Pope was definitely wandering around Sicily, trying to beg for a new bit of homeland, but alas, it has not happened for him just yet. Over in Naples, I'll be ready to head in here, by the way. No, that was this term. Yeah, we're going to head into Naples, take that as well. And once we've got Italy under control, I'll feel much, much happier. And indeed, we might actually start sending some of the troops over from Corsica here. You know what? A ballista wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So we'll get that. We'll send them over. There isn't very much over here in Cagliari, so we'll deal with that in time. Now, there is a crusade on Tunis, of course. So I don't think I'm going to go help them. That distracts everyone. That's fine by me. We'll see who joins into that old affair. But yeah, I'm just quite happy it's not me. I'm kind of surprised having, taken over Rome and the rest of northern Italy, that Catholicism maybe hasn't decided to take it back for the Pope. But no, they haven't. So I suppose we'll count our blessings on that one. It'll be a while until they can call a new crusade. Into Lyon, though, I think, to start us off. Not necessarily going to be the easiest battle. Wasn't really planning on taking him on like this. Our quality of troops is just going to have to show here, although they do have the silver shields once again. This could be a bit of a horrible grind. Let's head in. Yahao is going to face his toughest battle yet. I'll be honest, I don't exactly feel confident going into this battle. We ideally would have a little bit more siege equipment just to get as many entry points as possible and try and avoid these towers. However, they're not the strongest units on the wall here, so I'm hoping that we're able to chunk them down with our superior troops. But the silver shield does worry me just a little bit. I expect the ram fully to burn down, but we can get 2 out of 3 of those bits of central siege equipment. That would be ideal. We are, of course, getting our lads to run around the side here. Some of these crossbowmen coming in. I'm pretty sure they'll be able to. These guys are going to get slaughtered over this way. Once the gate is there for us to be taken, we can charge it with our cav, and I think that should give us the advantage we need. But yeah, this is not an ideal place to be attacking. Sorry, lads, you're getting absolutely shot to ribbons over there. However, we are starting to get up to the walls, starting to climb up the walls over here, and with any luck, 2 units of dismounted feudal knights can just beat those crossbow militia. That should not be an issue, surely. If they want to sit on the plaza, that actually suits me later on. because I'm quite happy to shoot them down. The ram's burnt. That's not that big of a surprise. These guys then just need to run around to this position. Unfortunately, that means we've got to do a lot of chunking on the wall now. So, obviously, sod's law, every time the computer sends a ram, it's fine. Every time I do, it burns down. But it's okay. I think we'll be okay so long as we start moving at a decent speed, because it's just waiting here to burn down at the moment, which is a little bit irritating. This siege tower has done the job, though. So, where are my Pavis lads? You are up here. Get on top of those town militia. They should be okay, but you never know. Their morale will probably collapse knowing this game here. So, let's just try and see where we might win one of these battles. I think, honestly, if we can... Yeah, come. In fact, you guys all get up here as well. All of you just rush over here. That's one unit down. Good. Now, this wall is still theirs, and this is something I find very, very irritating on this, is that the towers, in spite of the fact that I clearly am the one who should have control of this tower right now, it's still going to stay Spanish, which is very irritating indeed. Right, those guys are done, which means these two units can just start charging their way over here and start chunking these lads down. Second go for you, please. These towers are going to keep on shooting forever because obviously they will. However, I reckon we'll be okay. How are we doing over here? The Pavis guys are winning the battle against our militia. Not surprising. And you guys are definitely winning against the crossbow militia. Right, it's going to be a slow, painful task for us, but we're going to chunk our way through eventually. And these guys haven't even got off yet. But, so you know what? That's not terrible. We can run them straight to the gateway as soon as they take that position. Perfect. Looks like we're winning all the battles on the wall at this point. The Pavis guys over here are only slowly chunking down those town militia, but actually, looks like they've pretty much done the job. Just run these guys around here, actually. That will work for us. Spin militia down by the gate. We'll start shooting those with our crossbows in time. You guys, get yourself in here. That would be ideal. As soon as we've got any of these lads up on the wall, it'd be quite nice actually to get them in a position such as right about here or right about here, so they can start doing some lovely shooting work. So that is kind of what I'm looking for at this point. Yeah, just get yourselves on top of the walls. These two units of infantry, now, do you want them to come up to us? Probably do, actually. The advantage seems to be with us up on the wall. They're sending more men to reinforce, which kind of works for me, to be honest. Yep, there they go over there. For these crossbowmen, you get yourselves over here and help us out. In fact, you guys very much need to do the same thing. Good, as soon as we've got the high ground, we should be in the position we want to. Why have you not gone to take this tower? Damn and blast, we've let them catch up. Okay. Unfortunately, they're about to get caught out by these guys. The same guys they're about to... Well, they should be shooting. There we go. You two, get on top of them. That would be absolutely lovely. Unfortunately, the towers are going to start once again. So you guys go over here. That tower's shooting down at us. Hopefully, it will go under our grasp momentarily. Crossbowmen, apparently they're not moving, so they are running to shoot us down. Let's just shoot at them as much as we can. They might actually be about to lose this position. Right, we've got more coming up to the wall over there. I'll tell you what, if the rest of you get yourself over there, that'll be okay. We can reinforce when the time comes. Gate should be ours, to be honest. Indeed it is. Cavalry, start running in. Start running in. Just get the brakes on them. Charge in and start dealing the damage. Crossbowmen, no! Your job is to be standing here to shoot these guys right now. Oh, well, damn and blast. Where is the general? Is he just hanging out on the plaza? Because he really could have turned the tide of this battle a little bit. Oh, well. It looks like the dismounted feudal knights themselves seem to be doing enough here to do this battle for us. So, knights, you get on top of them. That'll be perfect. You guys, get yourself over here. General, you run over there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And it looks like yeah, we've just got a big pile up of troops over here. These guys are coming in. They need to charge at some point, get themselves into that position. And yeah, it seems to be, I think the fact that we're doing a night battle, I don't know, it just looks a bit nicer. But to be honest, it will give us one extra command, which might just make the difference as we get further on into this battle. Now, we can mop them up with our cav now that we've arrived here. And this should put us in a very good position indeed. Now they're firing, when I would really rather they don't. So I think we pretty much got the walls. A few men over on that side just need some chunking down. We'll send these feudal knights to go and finish that job. But we've got enough cavalry to finish the plaza at this point, so this hasn't been as difficult as it might have been. We'll just mop up everything else that's straggling around, but it's pretty much just the general at this point. So, assuming he's having a little bit of a wander, I think, but by and large, doesn't seem too interested so far. Just down to the plaza then, and we're going to get a few shots in. We're getting our shots from a bit of a distance, to be honest, because there's not a huge amount of room here, and to be honest, might as well try and get a few teasing shots in from a distance here. I don't really know what we're even aiming at. We're aiming at these guys at the moment. We're not really supposed to be aiming at those chaps. We're supposed to be aiming at the general, to be honest, which you can definitely hit from there, so please get on with it. Yeah, these guys are probably just a little bit too far away. That's absolutely fine. Wherever they end up going, though, it's fine. They'll hit a pile of infantry, and indeed there are some crossbowmen to shoot them in the flanks, wherever they end up coming. And if they just want to stand there, I guess we'll just start shooting them a little bit more. We might find a good position over here at some point, actually, so that might be a good idea. We're getting the odd little pokey shot in. Doesn't seem to be teasing them too much, though. And the rain of arrows is falling now, or bolts I should more precisely say. Doesn't seem like we're really doing very much though, so I'm sending a unit forward just to make sure we can... Oh, no! The moment I send them out of position is the moment they start coming for us. Okay, where were you? You were over here. Okay, back into position, lads. Back into the original plan. They finally awoke into the bait. Okay, so they are coming in. Wherever they want to hit is pretty much their choice, to be honest, but wherever they go, they're going to get shot in the back. It's a good thing that we have magical sight here and we can see them in this kind of an area. I've got to hope that I've done a little bit of light damage at the very least, if nothing else, at least to their hit points. Right, you two guys, perfect shots in the back. My spearmen are doing weird things right now. You try and get round the side. I'm not really sure what you're going to achieve, but we'll try it. These guys are right here. Just shoot them. Just shoot them. They will hold position. Spearmen, you try and just get around the back as close to that position as possible, please. That will be lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And yeah, we've just got some clear shots straight into the back of them over there. Good. Now we've got that street blocked up now. We'll try and get a second unit into that position actually while we got an opportunity. And how long are we going to hold right here? I don't know. We've got 38. They've got 16. They are getting absolutely blasted with bolts, aren't they? Oh, there's another general. I forgot about the other general. Oops. Okay, get on top of that king with our second unit of infantry. That'll be absolutely marvellous. There he goes. That is the Spanish king slaughtered as he flees. Right, crossbows. Just all of you stop your job at this point. All cavalry, charge forward. Finish the job. I think at this point we just need to slaughter them properly. Hand to hand. All cav, get going. That's both the generals down. The Spaniards have lost 2 generals on this day. I don't know how many others they've got. Those 2 armies around the town certainly didn't have any troops, but I don't think it said factionaire on the second general here. So, Jose el Valiente has passed away, as well as King Rodrigo. So I don't think this will go very well for them at this point, to be honest. We'll just keep on charging in. They might have someone over. Is it Zaragoza is also also Spanish. So we'll see. There's probably someone still alive there, in which case, then I guess we'll have to do a little bit more before we destroy the faction. However, destroying the faction might be easier than taking on all the other armies, actually. So we will see about that. But it is a glorious victory for us today. We've done pretty well. That could have gone a lot worse, considering. I'll take that. Any siege, when you're going with fairly, well, not equal numbers, but not exactly a large advantage, I'll take the victory. Thank you very much. Even better, we have ourselves the option of releasing or executing.
I don't want to die.
I don't want to die! But of course you shall, my friend. Oh yes. And with that, we have spilt much blood. But we have ourselves the land of milk and cream and cider. Yes, the beautiful north of Spain. And with that we will sack Leon. And with that we'll build ourselves... I really should change this after the last episode. No, we'll get ourselves a little Rashid just to sort ourselves out. Now, they still have themselves just King Diago over there in Zaragoza. Okay, we snipe him off and that is it. It's all over. Ooh, okay. Alright, we're done with building the watchtower, so you've got more important work. Let's head north to Zaragoza, take them out before the game decides to spawn tons of generals. Although, they only have one city left, so it shouldn't be going too crazy.
You should face
I was going to say that's a Spanish princess. No, Thomas, that is a cardinal. I'm not going to cheese this one, I'm afraid, so we'll see. Spy was killed, of course he was. Anyway, that's at least cleared up the end of that turn. Possibly should go and mop up these guys as well. Be a bridge battle. Would that be a clever idea?
We will meet you there.
Would it be a clever idea to face them now before later? So, you know what? We can probably give them a little poke with a crossbows. We can always withdraw. No shame in withdrawing later, actually. Night Fighter, he gained that. No, nothing else interesting. Okay, let's go in. Let's take out these guys on the bridge. It might just be a little bit of a poke and withdraw, but we'll see. Any damage done is a good thing, I guess. I was worried that our long range wouldn't be long enough, but they seem to just be coming in for us, which is not what I was expecting at all. Or are they just going to really clamp themselves up against the bridge front? I think they're doing just that. Great. Okay, what is my range then? Because I'm on the edge of the cliff here, and apparently I can't shoot anywhere at all. Okay, well, we'll see what they do. If they don't want to come any closer, we'll walk straight up to the end of the bridge. I'm sure we can shoot them from there. Militia down here are actually in a position to be shot, which is marvellous good news. Right down low on the riverbed, I guess they make easy enough targets. The rest of them, though, sadly, in a bit of an awkward spot. So I guess we'll send these guys up to the front here. I have decided to put them on loose just because I thought we might be in range of their crossbowmen as well, but it doesn't seem like it. And to be honest, they really have very many. They have about 2 there at the front, so we'll get what shots in we can against these 2 units, but you know, to be honest, we'll probably chunk them down fairly simply since they are only town militia. These are quite tubby chaps, aren't they, these crossbow militiamen? I don't know what they're eating over here in Spain, but for the medieval era they're doing pretty chunky work of it, aren't they? Looking very plump indeed, but I don't think they're actually in range, whereas we are. Oh yes, my Pavislands definitely have the advantage right now, getting in some nice shots here from a distance. Might not be able to finish them off with all these crossbows, but we can certainly warm them up a little. Their crossbowmen are a little bit ballsy at times, it must be said. Some of them standing right at the front, just asking to be shot by their friends. In fact, a couple of them definitely have been shot by their friends. That guy just got hit as well. Nonetheless, we are well over halfway down on the damage front for these guys. They're on 64% dead. We've got tons of ammo. This is going very well. I suspect whatever's left at the end of this will pretty much collapse to any charge. We are so close to slaughtering them all, but we're just about to run out of ammo. It's such a shame. There's a few of them standing at the front here, but these units are all absolutely battered. What are they on now? 84% dead. Ah, this is a glorious, glorious day indeed. I do enjoy just shooting down stupid AI. Not that I'm sure what else they could do other than just charge us and hope for the best, but yeah, maybe just just run away. Didn't really need to get involved in this fight. Honestly, I wouldn't have chased them very far. Just get them away from the old bridge here. But there we go. I'm just about done at this point. So I think it is time for all infantry, charge across, all cavalry, charge across. To be honest, pretty sure I got these guys out of the way first because they're all going to get in each other's way. It's fine! In comes the charge! I don't think they're going to last very long at all, are they? I very much doubt it. Now, they are actually, surprisingly, not instantly broken. No. Forget everything I just said. Yeah, it's progressing very well indeed, actually. Victory is ours. Did we lose more than 15, 20 men? I don't know. One unit, did he run away that last one? There was one unit down to one man. They did get a few crossbow shots in, it must be said. Yeah, victory is ours. Let's just release them. They were pretty pathetic, all things considered. We fight them every week. We'll be golden. So there we are. So with that, Leon has been captured. Everything is marvellous. Why did he get crawling gunning? Just because he was so brutal in his victory, perhaps. That is what it was. Okay, let's get ourselves a spy. To be honest, merchant's not really worth right now. A couple men just to hold the fort would be a good plan because, yes, I might have a few issues over here in the coming turn or two. I'd rather have some fresh units. I don't actually mind a few damaged units, if I'm honest, particularly on Medieval 2 when I can just hold different bits of wall with them. They'll keep on fighting, so that's probably a good plan. Okay, we have a long start there, but we've now cut a nice strip through. Nice strip through Spain, so that puts us in a decent position. Portuguese are definitely coming back. There's another Spanish army over here who looks almost as terrible as the one we just beat, but we might be able to snipe off their last general, so we'll see about that. Master Thieves Guild in Leon. I'll be honest, it's not my favourite, but you know what? We will take it if you offer it. And actually, I was just getting an agent through there, so maybe he will have gained just a little bit of experience. Not particularly good considering, if I'm honest. Oh well, we'll get this all converted up, I think. Probably best to get ourselves another good old imam. And yes, that army has wandered over here, although I definitely saw a general wandering around. I think they might have two, which is just a little bit annoying. On the plus side, we do have a big pile of money, and I am now officially the richest faction. Hardly surprising. Toledo under siege from the Portuguese. Hamburg can have itself a bit of an upgrade. Where is my imam? Yes, he's going to burn down the heretics. There is one of them. I'm sure the Pole... Oh dear. Oh dear. The Poles are here. Okay. Panic. Panic. Just hire them all. We've got tons of money. Just get them all. We can defend a castle with that, no problem. Okay. Problem averted. That was nice and simple, wasn't it? Probably can do a little bit of merging just to heal up these two guys as well. And I'm going to leave the imam for the moment. It's not really vital. Why we haven't got a port, though, I will never know. Now, we've almost got the upgrade over there. Oslo probably needs a little bit of just basic infrastructure. Yeah, have some sheesh. Why not? It's cold half the year. In fact, it's probably cold a lot of the year over in that part of the world. I honestly don't know, but I imagine that is the case. So Hamburg is getting itself a nice juicy upgrade. There are quite a few towns who are desperate for that kind of thing right about now. Council chambers definitely need to be built because I've started running out of money in recent turns. A little bit too often, and a lot of my towns are a bit backwards. As I said last time, the reign of Henry, as much as we've got to go and smash up all of that in the west, needs to be one of sense and calm and consolidation. Probably should be the right word for it because, yeah, we're going to need to do that. And you failed, you fiend. Okay, you know what? We will just do this the stupid way then, shall we? We're going to do the same thing as before. You, sir, just move out of the way. Yep. Lovely. You come over here, join over here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That's the wrong spot, my good sir, and we'll just make sure he's murdered by walking onto him. Perfect! Don't know why I've suddenly decided to choose that whole strategy today. I'm just kind of in the mood for it, if I'm honest. Anyway, we should probably go and grab our forces and head to the next town. We'll just leave a few ballista men in charge of the town. Is that a good idea? I don't know. We'll leave some archers there. Why not? Leave some archers behind. And perhaps a crossbowman. Yeah, we've got a few. We'll leave one behind as well. Right, you get on there. You can stay on the island for the time being. And to be honest, we don't need to dump him any closer. He'll get there next turn anyway. He was never going to get there any quicker than that. So we'll just swing the boats around. Make sure we know what's going on. Nothing too much going on over here. We'll just sit in the straits over there. That's probably good, just to make sure nothing comes along our way. I probably should have looked at what those announcements were, but there we go. I didn't bother. Metz looks fine, by the way. Dijon is still rebel. I'm not really sure why. There was a big French army hanging around, and yet they seem to have done nothing about taking any of this. I mean, I've still left Bern. I mean, again, all of this was really supposed to just be a kind of buffer state. Bruges is still at that. Antwerp. Bruges and Antwerp are still rebel, which is frankly ridiculous. But in many ways, the buffer states are doing their job for me. I'll take them in the long term. The Byzantines want an alliance for a good 8,000 monies. Now, I'll be honest, that wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. However, that's a bit much, if I'm honest, my good sirs. So they consider that generous. I can throw you some map information. How about that?
No, I don't see how this can work.
But you don't. You just offered the alliance. But.
Perhaps something.
Oh, now you're annoyed. Sod them. Sod them all. Anger and violence. Right. How's the Pope the richest faction? Oh, their game is cheesing everything. Okay. Well, ignore the cheese and just start heading forward. A few ladders will do that. Who is actually in the town? Ah, they got some peasants in. Do I have enough to chunk down 2 units of peasants on the wall with these? Probably yes. To be honest, it's probably still enough, but I might... No, it's not worth it. It's absolutely fine. Okay, let's not worry about that nonsense. Instead, let's just see... Yeah, do something about it. Indeed I shall. Now, the Moors, you're welcome to come through, Moorish friends. We'll take a couple boats, use them as little scouts. There's the Pope, still hanging outside Palermo. We'll blockade that port and we'll keep an eye on him whilst we're there. Now, a guard dog. Got yourself a lovely, lovely floof, friend. That's marvellous. The army has decided not to wander towards Stettin at this point. Probably sensible. Now, I'm sure there was a heretic around here. Did he just die of old age? No, he's hiding behind the Stockholm banner. Indeed, hiding where I wouldn't suspect he would be. Into Toledo they come, and the Portuguese once again want to have a go. Now, as I said, there are a significant lack of infantrymen in this army. It's all well and good bringing 4 towers, but yeah, you only actually have, 5 units. In fact, a couple of those are damaged anyway. Yeah, they don't have enough to really take those walls and hold them, but they do have a big pile of genite. You can just pile in and do a lot of damage, but if they want to hover around the gates at any point, the second set of walls, my crossbowmen will be able to shoot them down. So I think I'm going to send a little party to the front wall, but largely I'm going to let them come along to the second wall where they're going to get themselves brutally murdered. Sounds like a plan. Let it in. Portuguese are a long way off in the distance, but we do have ourselves plenty of men standing around. A lot of the slightly weakened units, if nothing else, just to activate towers if they come around the corner. Obviously, I'll activate this one as well. But I thought I'd still leave plenty of units at the front here to cause some damage, and we've got ourselves a bit of flexible some knights here, just in case we want to plug any gaps around the town. Obviously, when it comes to the second part of the fortress, double set of the lovely previous crossbowmen who can shoot down beautifully into that little path. They will come around this way, as we know from earlier sieges, and they'll come around to the front where we have 3 more units of crossbowmen on the wall, 3 units of infantry here, and the special onager just sitting there ready to set them ablaze. Now, they seem to be sending the ballista, which isn't really surprising, to be honest. It's where I would love just one unit of cav just to go and deal with them. But unfortunately, that is how they are going to do things. Then I might need to just... I don't know. They still can't take the walls, and I can still shoot them from these walls. So it's not the end of the world if they want to do it that way. The only thing is that my spearmen are potentially a little bit less useful. I might just use them to plug the position where I can shoot them nicely, but we'll see about that. I'll probably send these over here now, actually, just to be the useful position. Just my crossbowmen are well in range of those ballistas, so I reckon we're actually going to slaughter them before they get anywhere near breaking down the gate, which is interesting indeed. It looks like they're going to have to come for the wall at this point then, because they are getting themselves shot to ribbons. Ballistamen are almost all entirely down, and with that they're going to have to send their siege equipment forwards, which I don't think is going to go that well for them. That's plenty of men just shot down. Why are the Genite coming forward? Okay, just trying to get around the... Oh, not corpse, just the ballista. Okay, they are sending the ram forward. They also send the Genite to stand around while they do it, which is in many ways ideal, in many ways just incredibly stupid. So, once they pile through, what do I want? Because they're sending the ram. Yeah, they're determined to try and get the gate open first. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just get these two guys down here, and to be honest, if we can get them in a position where we can just shoot them, that works for me. They'll probably break quite easily, but hey ho, that's absolutely fine. We can just get them shot down for a little while. That is perfectly good for me. 4 units of crossbowmen are just going to have good fun shooting everyone down for as long as possible. I'm well aware of the ram, my good sir.
Our foe's ram has breached the gates.
Sadly, they have indeed breached the gates, but we'll have to do as much damage as we can. With the gates down, obviously they're all going to start flooding in, and I don't really know why they're taking the ladders with them over in that direction. It makes sense they want to run in a little bit, but there we go. Okay, you guys, just start shooting into them. You just start shooting into them, because if they haven't got the walls, we're just going to get them stuck here. These guys are actually probably in range of these chaps. They are indeed. That is beautiful. We'll get some side shots in over there as well. So, yeah, until they take the walls, they're going to have an awful lot of casualties. They are going to throw a few javelins in. I can see, yeah, the javelins are being thrown in at our guys on the walls. It's a bit of a shame. They've now broken. But if they're going to use up all those javelins, that's not the worst thing in the world. Now, let's be crossbowmen. We should probably send them back along this wall, keep them safe, because at the moment, no, you're supposed to be running across. Are they confused by skirmish mode? I think they are. You know, go off skirmish mode and run in that direction. Okay, we go over there. Ridiculous, lads. Okay, they are going to run in this direction. At least, if nothing else, they can cause a bit of damage a bit later on. These guys are just going to have to stand and fight because they were too slow, didn't listen to my instructions, and now they're routing and very much dead. So, we kind of lost this first section here, unsurprisingly. I'm a bit annoyed at how easy some of these guys gave up and got themselves murdered, but these chaps can continue to try and help us by shooting him. There goes the general, who for some reason got himself way too near the front. These guys are absolute heroes because they must know they're gonna die. But if you just hold position, chaps, yeah, just hold position, and we'll just keep on doing masses and masses of damage to them over here. Sadly, our crossbowmen are now being hacked down, but oh, they've broken the unit. They've broken the unit on the wall. Those town militia are broken, and that is very good news indeed. Let's go and activate this tower then. If we can activate the middle tower, they'll be shooting into them, which is about to go wrong, I might add, because these two units are not going to last much longer. But, oh, there's a little rout, not a huge amount. There we go, shoot into them. Marvellous stuff. You might get javelins, but that's absolutely not a worry of mine, because you're not my children. You're just silly little mercenaries. Oh, yeah, oh, there's a tower right there about to do all sorts of problems. Okay, well, that's fine. We're still somehow holding off in this position. These guys have got a couple shots in.
Our men are winning the battle.
This is ridiculous. I'm just holding them in this spot here. Very well. Keep shooting. Yep, shoot the Amalgarves. Shoot the Amalgarves. Genuinely, it's almost always a good idea just to shoot men on the walls of your missile units rather than actually engage them hand-to-hand. You can, of course, use ult and actually use the secondary weapon, but I'm not going to do that. That's it, we've lost that tower. This one will hold as long as these guys hold, but they're not going to last much longer. Steady. Warmed up, though. Their stamina's holding. Unfortunately, we're about to lose the tower shooting advantage, which has probably been helping a lot. Crossbow militia. They've sent in a lot of troops already. 37 to 24. That's not as good as I was hoping for, to be honest. But oh well. My infantry are finally breaking, and it's actually not the mercenaries, it's actually the proper lads. Shame, the mercs are just fighting to the very last, and they are now broken. It's a bit of a shame, but they've wasted a lot of their missiles, by the way. Huge amount of their missiles just trying to break through this little pathetic line here. So, they've now got to get themselves around the town, over to this wall over here. Now, actually, to be honest, these guys never did a very much of a good shot, but they might get the odd one in whilst we wait around, so I'll let them stay there for the moment. But they've got to come over here. When they come over here, they're going to get themselves absolutely slaughtered, I imagine. So we'll see how all that goes. There's one unit over here just recovering. We'll let them do their own thing. Honestly, if you can just shoot into those crossbowmen, because honestly, the less infantry they have, the better. Can the ballista come all the way through the town? I've already killed the ballistamen, haven't I? Yeah, so they put the ram. Will the ram make it through to another tower? It might. Will the ladders make it? Well, I don't think they've got enough men to take the walls. It's really if they can plough through this front gate. That's really what the question is here. Poor old Steve at the gate. They wouldn't let him in, and now he's been shot in the back by the crossbowmen. That was a bit unnecessary. They went nowhere near. We definitely could have opened the gate for him. Oh well. We'll bury you eventually, Steve. Our infantry over here is looking pretty tidy and efficient. The only issue with this battle here is I have lost a few units, properly, which means I won't be able to retrain them. It's a bit of an annoyance. Might get lucky with that, but never know. Right, do they have an infantry? They have some crossbowmen who can still take stuff to go smash down the gate. I think that's what they're doing now. They seem to be running back. Perhaps it is indeed to go pick up the ram. Yeah, it's not there anymore, so someone's got it at some point. Don't know what happened to the last ram, but they seem to be all the way back here with the other ram, and frankly, it looks like time will run out. I don't really mean the timer to be on, to be honest, but yes, they seem to be dawdling just a little bit, if I'm honest. Bit of a shame I can't walk anyone down over here just to activate these big towers, but alas not. No idea what they're planning to do at this point. I would quite like them to come and get themselves shot to death, because this is really the meat grinder part. That part before was the pretend battle to grind you down, but well, the ram's on its way. We might get a battle eventually. In they come miles before the ram for some unbeknown reason, and they're going to get themselves shot. They're not going to have enough left to do this. There is absolutely no... Well, there's still quite a lot of Junito there. I'm pretty sure that they've already used up their javelins, and indeed we're just going to shoot them down right now, because their ram is miles away. Why have they sent in all of their men before the ram? Ridiculous. Well, they're starting to rout here at the second gate. The town militia are hopefully gonna be shot down here. Do they even have enough infantrymen to do this? Just about, because they're absorbing the shots from my men right now. We've actually run out of missiles with some of these. So do they stop running? They put down the ram? No, they're still there. They've got just about enough men. No, they're routing as well. Oh, these guys have to get off their horses to go and push it. There we go. There's the next unit, the town militia. This is the only unit left actually at this point. Oh, they're broken as well. I don't think they've got anyone who can hold the morale in order to actually push the ram the whole 3 meters to the gate. Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. You guys just need to stop shooting me to hold you back just for whenever anyone comes in to push that ram. But I think at this point it's done, isn't it? It's totally done. As I sip my appletini for a marvellous victory here. I must marvel at the stupidity of the AI in this particular affair. There's a few men left. It will technically go down to time, I suppose, but no, victory Victory has definitely been well earned here. We lost, well, basically nothing after the sacrifice of the first gate here. Could I have done it without that? Well, if they get that ram through and all those cavalry through, I am actually in big trouble. So probably the best approach. Probably took the ideal approach there in many ways. I'm happy enough with that. Hopefully they're not all wiped out units and we can retrain some of them. But with that, Portugal have been defeated. Yes, Almighty God! Captain Jens has once again proved himself to be a true hero. There we go. A few men lost, but you know what? We'll retrain them. It's absolutely fine. We'll release the 2 or 3 men who decided to get involved. It looks like the Byzantines lost at Budapest. Rioting over in Lyon, which... Oh, come on. Oh well, I did leave it a bit empty to be honest, but I thought they'd be okay. Come on, chill out guys. It sends, I don't know, someone who can go. None of them can go home. We need them. I will figure that bit out later. Right, diplomatic information. Wars in Portugal are now at war. Probably good for me, I suppose. Relationship with the Turks are poor, probably because I haven't bribed them recently, and everyone hates you as time goes by on this. So, faction announcements, nothing of interest in. The queues have stalled. Don't really know what building that was, but probably some sort of huge what's it. So, let's take all of our forces, apart from that one unit there. Oh, we actually do have a bit. It's just a war galley. I would have hired them up if they were more interested in that, but alas, they are not. So, a couple more of those knights. You head around that corner. Are we just one step into their territory? We are indeed. Okay, over to the bridge. And then we'll worry about where that. Yeah, I don't want to face his army out at the city, to be honest. Out in the field would be a much the better position. Now, apparently we took some damage. I'm not sure how we took damage to the walls, but there we go. Get a little bit of the blending of units in here. Hopefully not too much retraining. Just a few units here or there. It's not actually that bad. Best just to get another unit of heavy infantry, just in case something is hiding around the corner. But I think we've largely dealt with those armies. There's just 2 big Spanish armies hanging around their final town. Portuguese Navy just need a good slap in the face. Good old fish slap for Finland there, and back in the docks. Not an issue. Into this, I was a bit worried the game would auto-resolve a defeat for me there. But no one will sack that settlement. Don't know why we didn't burn the cardinal, but apparently we didn't. And seeing as we haven't, might as well keep moving. Naples, to be honest, is down to 3. Can we auto-resolve this? I don't like the look of that auto-resolve, so we'll just keep sieging it out. Not really an issue. Right, things coming together. Best take a little sneaky look around our borders. And I did notice that Polish army wandered off, so I think we're safe with that. We'll just I think that cardinal might have dealt with the other heretics, so yeah, we'll try and deal with this guy, but fortunately we are somewhat failing on that front. It's showdown time over here in Naples. Emperor Henry gets the chance to show his worth at long last. Indeed, that little army that's been wandering around, good old Anselmo over here, has wandered over to Naples to try and relieve the city. The rest of their forces are, of course, stuck on Sicily. I've blocked their path over, and indeed, with all their ports blockaded and all their cities under siege, they have themselves, well, pretty much a last stand, really. I mean, they still have Palermo, but I don't think they're going to get very far over there. So, what do we have to face off against? A few mercs. Actually, this could be a problem because I don't really have very good troops here, do I? Didn't really think about that point. Okay, we will have to take off one of these forces first and foremost, but quite a few big troops that are ready to be routed. So there is that, of course. Do it the cav advantage? Yes, we do. Henry is, of course, very, very experienced, thanks to fighting alongside his father. And inside the city are reinforcements, and to be honest, we can ride them down. I think we'll be okay, because these forces aren't united. If they were in one big force, I'm not sure I'd fancy my chances, but I think we will be okay. Let's have a quick look at this chap. Superstitious, minus morale. That's good to see. Other than that, nothing really there. Perfect. Right, let's head in. This is a defining moment for Sicily, and I think a big moment for our brand new Emperor Henry. Well, we have ourselves a disgusting day. I must say, though, I feel like the Germans would be slightly more used to this than the old Italians, so perhaps we have ourselves an advantage in the rain here. It does look pretty grim. I'm a little bit worried, yes, about the rusting of our good old Silver Surfer General Henry over here, but we'll worry about that in time. Okay, there are reinforcements coming in from the city, which presumably is over here somewhere, I imagine. Does anyone know where Naples is? Can't see the sea, can't really see anything, to be honest. Okay, we might as well plop ourselves somewhere near this hill here. If we have to take out the reinforcements first, we will do that. We'll have to use our cavalry to defeat theirs, and then we will win with the cav, because anyone who fights with just infantry is an absolute fool. This game is all about the cavalry, always has been, and always will be, my good sirs. So, get our cav into position. I don't really know why I'm facing this way, because the reinforcements are probably... they're over there. More to kill! Yeah, we should get in and smite them with our swords! Unfortunately, the reinforcements are right on the red line of doom here, but a good charge will do some hefty damage, I am sure. Oh, look, they're routing straight away. No! They're gonna get away. Oh, this is not what we wanted, damn it. Okay, some of them got away, but I think it's fine. We're gonna get another charge in. You, sir, charge into them. No, why did you stop? Utter fools, a lot of them. Right, well, a few of them have got away, but to be honest, it's not going to be a problem as long as we get rid of the majority. So we'll just get on top of these, lads, to make sure we mop all of those up. Swing back in, sweet chariot, swing back in, uphill, and sadly, I'm not sure how much this game models the soggy conditions not being good for cavalry charges. I have a feeling it does slightly, but I honestly haven't tested that all that much. So, yeah, we'll just... To be honest, I really need my Mailed Knights not to get themselves killed here, because... There we go, there goes their general. They should be gone now. Yeah, I do need to save my cav up a little bit to finish off the other guys who are coming in, actually. They're a bit closer than I thought they might be at this point. We can't really see them very far. They're slightly down the hill. I actually could have perched myself slightly on the hill, facing down on them rather than all the way back there, but probably for the best, just to make sure we're okay. We are only warmed up, in fairness, so that is good. Mailed Knights just get in the back and we'll finish them off. And to be honest, at this point, I'm going to send my general back in that direction, and I think we'll just hit these guys from this position. That'll be fine. That'll be the battle over in terms of the reinforcements from the city. Right, crush the swine and gallop straight towards the enemy. We will kill them. You can tell I've watched lots and lots of fantastic war films down the years to have my accents for the Germans spot on. Now, I don't really know where everyone is. We're somewhere. We're way down there. This is going to hurt us, this charge. Now, I'm going to smash into this unit, I guess. Actually, no, let's just get straight into the general. Straight into the general. Straight into this guy like the original plan. Smash and smashy. Yeah, you pull out of that. And we will just get into the general. Just get into the general. Ignore the mercenary crossbowman. We caught the crossbowman. Okay. Mailed Knights pull out. Henry should be absolutely fine. Unless we get a really horrendously unlucky hit with him, we'll be absolutely fine. Right, you take care of those crossbowmen. Infantry are going to have to engage theirs. That is not a problem. My crossbowmen... left one skirmish. Damn and blast! Damn and blast. Let's try and get these guys out here, because if we have... Yeah, if we have the cavalry under control, we can do the standard medieval 2 tactic of get the crossbowmen out to a flank. Let's turn that down, please, at this point. My cav are over here. You're over there. That's good news. The Mailed Knights did some big damage to our infantry as they charged in, but that shouldn't be the end of the world. You guys shoot them down. You may now skirmish, because this is a sensible time to put skirmish mode on. Mailed Knights are just mopping them up from behind, which is a good thing, because there are still a few units just hovering back here. Preventing them from shooting is going to be key, I reckon. Just keep charging in to that general. He's determined to get involved with the main affair here. Very, very determined indeed. Okay, over here. Over here. Of course they got stuck in the melee. They always manage to do that. God damn it. Okay, just shoot him. Just shoot into the flanks. You guys just mop up their cat. Actually, no, that's the general. Not you. Mailed Knights, you continue to mop up all of that stuff. And actually, now is the time for you to hit these spearmen in the back. Their general, we are losing a lot of our general, but he's down to 6. We've pretty much done it, unless they get a really lucky kill on Emperor Henry. I think we're done. Here is Emperor Henry himself.
God have mercy. Our leader lies
Oh,
slain on the
he's
battlefield.
dead.
The enemy has lost half his
Huh.
army.
I was just zooming in to say that he didn't look bloody at all, but he's dead. Oh well, Emperor Henry's dead. It turns out he's a terrible emperor, and their armies routing immediately after that charge. Brilliant. Well done, Emperor Henry. It turns out that he was
Like the coward
coward he ished. I like how it just says ished. There goes the enemy general. Apparently, in spite of his low morale and the fact that, yeah, we had 5 experience, we got the unlucky death there, which is a bit of a shame. Oh well, I don't know who the next emperor is. Does anyone know who the next emperor is? I don't know. Infantry, charge them down. What a waste. Complete waste of a death there. Completely unnecessary, as it turns out. But oh well. We will perhaps we'll turn these guys off at this point. Yeah, probably best if you do that. Unfortunately, this general unit is now going to die with his 6 experience, which is quite irritating. But I guess we'll send him to go and mop up everyone else. So, there we go. There we go. There's the victory. Behold. And everyone else is just going to be mopped up. If we kill enough of them, we shouldn't have to fight them in any other manner. We're miles away from the edge of the battlefield by the looks of it, so should have these guys mopped up with any luck. Just get ahead of them. Sometimes just get on top and over ahead of them, and then on top generally does the job a little bit better. Right, well, it's a bit upsetting that we got ourselves murdered there. We have though, yeah, we killed 95%. This doesn't even matter at this point. Fine, we'll mop up this unit and then we'll just leave it there. So Emperor Henry is dead, apparently. That's a bit unfortunate, it must be said, but if we just cut it off there. And heroic victory. Will it? Brand new Emperor Henry died on this day. Oh, it turns out he does rust. He rusted very badly indeed. Blessed be the Lord. Oh dear. Well, so, Anselmo. No, there is no general to take the consequences of that. Execute. Order 66 for the Empire. Right, with that, we are victorious and we shall sack your settlement here. Lovely. So, with that, yeah, Sicilians are pretty much hampered. I think I did. Why have I got this on? Go away, follow AI movement. Anyway, yeah, I do believe. Oh, the guy who took over manages to get it instead. Well, we'll take him. Merchants Guild in Hamburg. We will take you. 20,000 monies in the bag. It's not. Okay, that was a different battle I got that for. Emperor Henry is dead indeed. As Sultan has been cruelly slain. I thought it was given to him. It was not. Okay, there is still some Sicilian navy around, interestingly. We shall crush. We won't crush them. Why are they so much stronger than us? Interesting. Okay, you join those boats. We need the rest of the fleet to come down here. Turns out the Mediterranean boats are much better than ours. Probably should have retrained those lads, but I couldn't really afford it. Right, let's find out who this new faction lead. Oh no! The adoption didn't go through. Apparently he died on the way. So there we go. Faction lead, Emperor Tancred the Cruel. Well, I guess we're going to be role-playing as him now. Where are you? So you are this guy over here. Wasn't expecting that. You're just his mate, aren't you? Okay, he's an incompetent trader. He's royally extravagant. He lacks justice. He's a cruel leader. He's suspicious. Questions technology. He puts women first, uninhibited. He's a laughing stock. Is he one of those ones who's so bad at authority that he's good? Yeah, I think he is. I think his authority is so bad. Oh dear. Well, apparently his wife is conquistadoring all of the other chaps around. I don't know if that's because there are other lads over here with him in the town. Maybe that makes that more likely. I haven't looked at those triggers actually. Interesting indeed. Right, well, welcome to a new era, ladies and gentlemen, of Tancred the Cruel. That sent him and his wife's mates out. Well, I thought that would work, but I suppose when I look at the army, it's not surprising. Well, that went well for him, didn't it? Magnificent. Wary of rebels now. No effects. Interesting. I've never noticed that before in my life. He might have gained brave, but he's a flawed attacker. Okay, he just gained a lot of traits of that. Wary of rebels has no effects. Very, very strange. In 15 years of playing this game, I don't think I've ever noticed that come up. But there we go. Okay, well, this wasn't quite the end of the episode I was envisaging. No, it's not. Okay, we have ourselves bit of a scene here at Zaragoza, because they're standing on the mountain with two armies, and I'm over here. Maybe I should team up on Pamplona first. I don't know. Well, this is all very awkward right now. I don't know quite what we're going to do here. We haven't actually got any crossbowmen to guard the bridge, although we do over here. Portuguese don't fancy taking us on. This is awkward. This is awkward indeed. Let's just go into Pamplona. We are not going to crack down a full-on fortress that's guarded, albeit with not the best troops. No, I think we'll just siege that one out for 10 turns. 10 turns. Okay, as for this force, I don't know. I don't really want to face them over there. Let's face them in our terms. Let's go over here. Let's send a few more Teutonic Knights. I love it that we've got those. No crossbowmen, sadly. I wouldn't mind one unit. Portuguese standing over by the bridge. I suppose we might as well move our army over there then, in that case. Yes. Leave a few units. Just hang them back. No, just onto the bridge. That would be perfect, yeah. And from there we will get a couple more Pavis lads. I like the Pavis crossbowmen. Mining network is probably for the best at this point. Oh yeah, we'll retrain those two in time. Actually, no, we want to send those to the bridge. That sounds like fun. Yeah, send them to the bridge. Just enough of force to do that. Over by Lisbon. Lisbon is very weak indeed. Okay. Okay. Although they also have Cordoba as well, so should beware about that. Probably need to get a second spy out, but of course only really have... Actually, no, obviously I've got a new city in Leon. That's the whole point, Thomas. That's the whole point. Okay. So we'll get ourselves a warehouse. We can't trade with anyone, but, you know, we'll get one anyway. And other than that, all is fine. I really should have looked at that because, to be honest, we actually had the money to get on with a few of these upgrades. Nuremberg as well. And that's pretty much going to be all of our money on those few. Thank you, game. A few of that. Okay, the game is... Yeah, I think it's time to end the episode, ladies and gents, because weird things are happening. There's no effect on rebels over here. There's a dead emperor from a battle that really shouldn't have been a problem, and buttons are not working anymore. Next time we're going to try and leap out of Toledo a little bit. We've already done that with Leon, of course, but we're going to try and push towards Cordoba and Lisboa. And in the north, well, this is a little bit harder than it originally looked, it must be said. They got themselves a couple full stacks with their last town. Can't be making much money. It's not a very big town, and yeah, 2 full stacks. They're going to run out of money, but then again, the game massively cheeses that, so that's probably not something I need worry about at all. So Valencia can probably get itself a few more units whilst we wait for all this nonsense to go down. Toledo is fine, Leon is fine, and over in this part of the world, I suspect it's time to go and put a final nail in the Sicilian coffin. Sadly, though, without Prince or King Henry, I should say, we might need to find a new candidate for that because we're really lacking on lads in this part of the world. Ah, good sir, you can come down to Rome. From there, you will launch our assault over to Palermo to finish them off. No sign of the Crusade at Tunis, by the way. I don't know if that's failed. I just missed the message, but that seems to be where the situation is now. Yeah, I guess we leave it then. I'm Thomas, the Human, and this has been our Islamic Holy Roman Empire campaign. Thank you, and goodbye. Today we're going to go for particularly aggressive diplomacy. Oh yes, it worked. Kablamo! You were always going to die, Steve. Oh, my feudal knights! My crispy, crispy feudal knights. The ram's burning. Right at the death.